The boss just assigned me to a 2-week-long business trip. I can't believe it. The timing literally couldn't be any worse.
Huh?
I knew I needed to message you as soon as possible. Man, I seriously can't believe this. Does that guy have it in for me or what?
Calm down, Michael. What exactly happened? When do you have to leave and where are you going?
Tomorrow to Seattle.
What?
I can't believe he'd send me away on a business trip when he knows my wife is set to give birth in 2 weeks. You're so pregnant it wouldn't be weird if you went into labor tomorrow.
Wow, this is all happening so suddenly. I can only imagine they must be struggling for manpower or something.
No, there's no doubt about it. This is my boss trying to screw with me.
Is he the guy you told me about before? Michael, is he still trying to make your life difficult?
So, it's like this. Chris, the head of my department, actually used to work over at HQ, but he got sent over to our branch office after making the mother of all blunders. The company internet systems were down for a whole day, we lost 3 clients, and the entire company was in chaos. His job title is technically still the same, but his transfer here was essentially a punishment.
You mean like he got demoted?
That word was never explicitly used, but yeah, pretty much. It was a demotion in all but name. What's worse is that anybody else would have probably been fired for doing what he did, but since he's related to the president, he got off with what basically amounts to a slap on the wrist. Or at least that's the rumor going around the office right now.
Wow, I see.
Apparently his young wife, who he was madly in love with, divorced him. Some of the guys think the reason he's being so hard on me is because he knows I'm happily married and is jealous about it.
I see.
Sorry, babe, I couldn't get out of this one. I did do my best to try and get him to send someone else, but it didn't get me anywhere. I don't know if I imagined it, but I swear he was taking a sick satisfaction in hearing me beg him to reconsider. Grr! You know how some people get off on power? Well, he's that kind of guy. I hate to ask this, but do you think it would be difficult to get your mom to come over to be with you while I'm away?
Sadly, yes. Originally, the plan was to have the birth at my mom's place, right? But what with her caring for my grandma full-time and all, she would have been too busy. Not to mention there would not have been enough space in the house for us all. She has her hands too full to be here right now.
I see. All right, well, in that case, I'll explain the situation to my mom and make sure she's on standby just in case anything happens. Hopefully, you won't need her, but it doesn't hurt to let her know. Thankfully, you guys get along like a house on fire, and she really likes you, so I'm sure she'll be more than happy to help out.
Okay, thanks, Michael. You're the best. And for sure, your mom's great.
Other than that, all I can do is try to get my duties on the business trip over with as quickly as possible. Maybe then I'll be able to get home a few days earlier than planned.
I appreciate that, babe. Don't overdo it, though, okay? You won't be able to be there for me or the baby if you end up working yourself sick, right?
Yeah, you're right. I'll be careful. Thanks, honey.
Well, if it ain't my favorite sister-in-law in the whole wide world, how's it hanging? What's it been now, like 5 years since we last spoke? Okay, I'll cut to the chase. I heard you're always at home these days because you're currently on maternity leave and 2 weeks away from having a baby. And not only that, but my useless, good-for-nothing jerk of a big brother abandoned you to go on a business trip? I guess I shouldn't complain, though, because it's actually a huge stroke of luck for me that he's not around. Want to know why? I just left my 3 little brothers and my friend's 2 kids on your doorstep. Make sure you look after them properly, okay? Is that Perry? Oh, wait, are you back in town? Did you move back in with your parents or something? Bingo. I divorced my husband and came back home yesterday. Huh? All right, gotta go. I'm heading out for drinkies with the girls. Hang on a sec. What the hell? Perry, what the hell are all these kids doing at my house? How can you expect me to look after 5 kids when I am heavily pregnant and ready to give birth at any moment? This is ridiculous. You know I can't do this. Perry, I can't believe you left the kids outside my house again. And you didn't even warn me this time. This is unacceptable, and I can't keep looking after them. Oh, morning, Fiona. I left the kids outside your house again today. I am begging you, you have to stop this, please. I could barely keep up with them yesterday. Within 5 minutes of letting them into my house, my living room had turned into a frickin' track and field event. I don't have the energy to keep up with 5 small children. I can't catch them when they run around my house because of how pregnant I am. This isn't safe for any of us. The place looked like a garbage dump after you picked them up last night, but I was so exhausted I couldn't do anything about it. And I just fell asleep on the sofa, a stressed out mess. My head hurts and my belly is so swollen. Don't fake being ill just because you're giving birth in 2 weeks. Don't forget, I gave birth to 3 boys myself. To be honest, I barely ever felt tired at all, so I know you're bullshitting me. I can spot a faker from a mile away, so don't even try it, lady. I'm not faking anything. Everyone reacts to being pregnant differently. Just because it was easy for you doesn't mean it is for the rest of us. Oh, that reminds me. I did ask my mom to look after them, but she has a bad back and can't get out of bed. Huh? My dad's at the house looking after her, which means they both have their hands full, which means you better not bother them trying to get them to save you, 'cause they won't. You need to take care of this one yourself. Oh my God. Okay, well, good luck with the kids. Perry, no.
Hey, Fiona, how are you feeling? Are you asleep? I'm sorry I haven't been messaging much. I've been super busy with these meetings. It turns out the boss didn't book me a hotel, so I had no choice but to sleep on the sofa at the Seattle company branch. He forgot, apparently. Who forgets to book their employee a hotel when he sends them away, especially on a 2-week business trip? Anyway, don't worry about me. I'm fine. A little grouchy at what a dick this guy's being, maybe, but fine. Let me know how you're doing when you get this, okay? All right, catch you later.
Fiona, sweetie, I'll be leaving the kids on your doorstep again today. Take good care of them, okay? Thanks, sweetie.
Hey, Fiona, good morning. How are things on your end? You haven't been replying to my messages at all, and to tell you the truth, I'm starting to get kind of worried. Are you still asleep or something?
Michael.
Whew, thank God for that. You replied.
Help me.
What's wrong?
Your sister Perry divorced her husband and came back to town to live with your parents.
She did what now?
I don't know how, but she found out you were away on business in Seattle, and she's using your absence to her advantage in the most wicked way. She keeps leaving her 3 kids and 2 of her friends' kids on my doorstep so she can go out drinking with her friends.
What the heck am I even reading?
I could hardly leave 5 small children out there freezing on my doorstep, so I've been bringing them inside the house, but I can't cope with this for much longer. My first thought was to reach out to your mom for help, but Perry told me she's suffering with some serious back pain and is currently bedbound. She says your dad's looking after her, so neither of them can help me.
How long has this been going on?
Today is the 3rd day in a row. The house is full of unruly little brats who don't listen to a word I say. It looks like we've been hit by a frickin' tornado. I don't know how much more of this I can take. I wanted to message you sooner, but I haven't even had a chance to step aside to use my phone. It's so chaotic. I'm worried one of them might get hurt. She's been coming to pick them up in the evenings, but by that point I am so exhausted I can barely move. I am at my physical and emotional limit. To tell you the truth, I have the weirdest feeling in my belly, and I don't feel too good. Even sending these messages now is tough.
Oh my God, no way! Are you going into labor?
What's this water?
Did your waters just break?
I think they might have.
I'm calling an ambulance.
Is that a good idea?
Of course it is. I'm calling one now.
Hello, Fiona. Your front door is locked and all the lights are off. Where the heck did you run off to? If you took the kids for a day out at the theme park or something, then that's great. I'm pleased you're finally easing into your new babysitter life, but I need to go home. Hello, Fiona, sweetie. Are you there? I mean, you can keep my 3 kids forever if that's what you really want, but I'm gonna be needing my friends' brats back, 'cause their mom's gonna be expecting them home real soon. If you don't give me those kids back in the next 10 minutes, I'm gonna be in such an awkward spot. Damn it, Stacy is gonna be furious with me. Ugh.
If it's Fiona you want, she got carried away in an ambulance.
Huh? What?
Miraculously, she still somehow managed to deliver our baby safely, but she's asleep at the hospital ward now.
Michael? Is this my brother?
I've been keeping hold of her phone for the last few hours because I knew you'd probably message her with your crap again at some point.
What?
I can't believe you're back. How dare you treat my wife and baby so awfully?
I'm
with Fiona right now.
What the hell? Why? You were supposed to be away in Seattle for another 10 days.
I cut my business trip off early and came home as soon as I heard what you were doing to my wife, moron. I'd been super busy with my meetings, so I didn't have time to message her, but when I finally did this morning, she told me about how you divorced your husband and came back to live with Mom and Dad. I was also informed of the small matter of you continuously dumping 5 freaking small children on her doorstep every single day to go out drinking with your friends. Today's the 3rd day in a row.
God damn it, what the hell does she think she's doing? She'll pay for this. I'm her sister-in-law, for crying out loud. The least she could have done was tell a few little white lies to cover me on the whole kids thing so she could keep looking after them for me. Why did she have to go and tell you?
How is she supposed to look after 5 kids while going into labor?
Huh?
By the time she messaged me, she was already going into labor. I'm lucky I messaged her when I did because her waters broke straight afterwards.
What?
I didn't know what to do, so I did the only thing I could while I was all the way out in Seattle. I called an ambulance, got on the first flight home, and made my way straight to the hospital.
Oh, crap. Are you serious?
I was at the hospital within 5 hours of calling off my business trip, and that's where I am right now. Unbelievably, I made it just in time for my baby to be born. If that ain't a miracle, then I don't know what is. But seriously, Perry, what the hell is wrong with you? Do you have mental problems? Who in their right mind would dump 5 kids who haven't even been properly disciplined on a heavily pregnant woman ready to go into labor at any second?
Hey, don't be so mean. I thought Fiona was the perfect babysitter candidate. It's not like she was doing anything other than lazing around the house all day. And besides, I thought it might be nice for her to have an opportunity to practice looking after children. You might not think so, but it was my way of being kind.
We didn't need your kindness, and my wife's childcare skills are none of your business.
Gah.
Thanks to your kindness, my wife went through a horrible ordeal and is so stressed out you wouldn't believe. We could have lost the baby because of you. I'll never forgive you for this. You better prepare yourself for what's coming. This time you crossed the line. Hey, Fiona, how are you feeling?
Hey, Michael. Me and the baby are both doing great, thanks. The midwife says we'll be able to leave right on schedule.
I'm so pleased to hear that. There's just one thing. Would you mind going back to your parents' house and not our place when you get discharged?
Huh? Why?
Don't worry, I already spoke to your mom and she says it's totally fine with her.
But why? Did something happen?
Yeah, you could say that. Thanks to my sister's shenanigans, a very unpleasant reality has come to light.
An unpleasant reality?
My head's all over the place right now, so I should probably dip out and take a breather. I'll explain once I've calmed down, okay? Your sister's gonna come home to look after you while you're at your mom's place. Perry is dangerous and unpredictable, and there's no telling what she might do. I want you to be somewhere safe until this whole thing is settled. I know this must be a lot to take in, but I'm asking you to trust me. Can you do that, Fiona?
Wow, Michael, whatever this is sure seems to have you shaken up. All right, got it. Don't worry, I'll be waiting at my mom's house.
I'm so sorry to trouble you with all this, babe. I know it's the last thing you need right now.
Michael! My boyfriend is your boss? Is this for real?
I'm the one whose mind is blown here, Perry. I had no idea your husband divorced you because you were cheating on him. Not only that, but you had another lover on the side who he didn't find out about during the divorce. My freaking boss. I nearly spat my coffee out all over the hospital ward when my coworker told me what he'd seen you guys doing in the office.
So what if I'm seeing your boss? I'm single now, so I can date whoever the hell I want to.
Sure, maybe that's true now, but it sure as hell wasn't when you were married to your husband and seeing two different guys behind his back. If you actually believe there's nothing wrong with that, then you're even more irredeemable than I first thought.
Huh?
Thanks to the grudge my asshole boss has against me, I got sent on a business trip to Seattle 2 weeks before my heavily pregnant wife was due to go into labor. As if that wasn't bad enough, you treated her like your personal daycare center by dumping 5 rampaging little brats on her every single day. And the reason? So you could go on dates with my boss while he went out to run errands outside the office. You disgust me.
What was I supposed to do? It wasn't just my kids. My friend said she couldn't meet her boyfriend if I didn't watch her 2 boys.
Basically, your friend's just as much of a scumbag as you.
Hey, don't insult my friend. Who the hell do you think you are?
Yeah, you're right. Of course the real scumbag here is you.
Hey, you watch your damn mouth, you jerk.
If the despicable lowlife who put my wife and unborn baby's lives in danger with her reckless, irresponsible behavior isn't a scumbag, then what are you?
Being unfairly treated, that's what. Don't be so horrible.
You've got some nerve to do what you did and call me the horrible one. Whatever. In any case, you'll be paying another round of compensation real soon.
Wait, what? Compensation?
This should go without saying, but neither me, Mom, or Dad have any intention of helping you. You're completely on your own now.
What the hell is this? Is it everyone gang up on Perry Day or something? Fine, whatever. You think I care? My boyfriend is a department manager at one of the biggest companies in the state, and he'll get me out of this in no time. Whatever poxy compensation payment you charge me for will be nothing but mere pocket change to him.
Yeah, about that. Apparently my boss is gonna get fired.
Fired? What?
You probably don't know this, but the reason he became my boss is because he got sent to my branch from HQ as a punishment for screwing up there. Basically, he was barely hanging on by the skin of his teeth. It really does take a moron of epic proportions to play truant to go on dates with your girlfriend when you should be out on company business. Even being related to the company president isn't gonna save him this time. Word got out when you guys were seen by one of my co-workers, and now everyone in our private group chat is talking about his impending dismissal. His days are numbered.
What?
I didn't know this, but apparently he has a reputation for being frivolous with money. He couldn't even afford to pay the compensation he was ordered to pay his wife, and now he's in mountains of debt to cover it.
Debt? Oh my God, this can't be happening. My boyfriend is gonna lose his job? Michael, no!
Let me make this abundantly clear, Perry. Neither me, Mom, or Dad have any intention of helping you out whatsoever. You made this mess yourself, and now you need to get out of it yourself. You're completely on your own now.
Oh my God. Maybe I can cancel this out with the child support payments?
Oh, yeah, that reminds me about the kids you kept dumping on my wife. You know, your kids who you seem to have no interest in whatsoever.
Oh, yeah, I was meaning to ask. No one told me anything. Where the hell are they?
As for your friends' two boys, their dad found out what their mom was doing behind his back, and he's currently in the process of divorcing her.
What?
As for your three kids, they're safely in the care of your ex-husband.
What the hell? Darren has the kids?
It's abundantly clear you're totally incapable of raising them, so he swore he'd take back full custody if it was the last thing he did.
Oh my God, you had no right to give my children to that asshole. Who the hell do you think you are?
Yeah, no, this isn't how this works, Perry. You don't get to treat your children like objects and then act indignant when those of us who are decent human beings get sick of your shit and take action. Hopefully you'll learn a lesson from all this.
But...
Nope, I don't want to hear it. There's nothing you could possibly say that would take back what you did. It's just like Jesus said, actions speak louder than words. You're not my problem anymore. I don't ever want to see or hear from you again.
What? No!
Goodbye forever. A few days after our last message, my little sister Perry was disowned by our parents and kicked out of the house for good. Apparently, she got a taxi straight to her ex-husband's place. It was probably a desperate effort to try and get her kids back, or patch things up with him, or both. Unfortunately for her, her ex-husband could read her like a book. He knew she'd probably try to launch an assault on his house, so he made sure that he and the kids weren't there when she did. He made a few phone calls, and with that, she was bundled into the back of a van and forced to work in my mom's friend's fish factory. As for the compensation and child support she owes her ex-husband, deductions will be taken from her salary from the factory every month until she pays everything off. Given that she owes a hefty amount of compensation, her monthly take-home after the deductions doesn't amount to much. And on top of that, our aunt is fully in charge of what little money she does have in her bank account now. For my sister, who believes life is about spending money on frivolous crap and getting drunk with her friends, her new situation must have come as quite the shock. I'm not holding my breath, but I hope she uses this whole experience as an opportunity to become a better human being. Thanks for watching, folks. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to prove what a boss you are by liking and subscribing. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We can't wait to see you again next time.